Welcome everyone to our third Heart Driven Women Zoom call with our global community of awesome heart-driven beauties out there. I love Zoom. I love seeing all these smiling faces and everyone going about their business at all different times across the globe. It's nighttime here. We're winding down for the day, and my gorgeous friend and special guest today, Olivia Measures, is just waking up over in the UK. So here we are in the future. We've had a great day, so I'm sure you're going to as well. And today is really about highlighting an incredible story that has given so much inspiration across not only our Juice Plus world, but even my nieces who aren't yet in my Juice Plus world are so inspired by your story as holding up someone who's never seen age as a barrier. And I think that that's so, so important. In our early 20s, most of us are still trying to find who we are and what we're supposed to be doing. And you're just absolutely bossing it. And you set yourself up for life, which is so incredibly inspirational. So Olivia is just turned 21. She had a mega, massive goal that she wanted to achieve before her 21st birthday. And she... you were right there until the last day, right? So a mantra that our team has taken from you is it ain't over until the bell rings.
Yeah,
and
so
seeing
true.
your drive and push and what you bring together in the final 24 hours is just unbelievable. And we're each end of month, we're living by the same we would say, what would Olivia do? So right until those last few hours, we are gunning for it and rallying and making magic happen. Now, we met December, right, when Kate traveled to the UK, and he was this gorgeous specimen. Olivia is so gorgeous. As a woman, we all have that little bit of an instinct of, she can't be very nice then, right? You just kind of want to, that's that thing that you want to resist. And then this gorgeous creature opens her mouth, and she's pure love. She's pure heart. She loves and accepts everyone for who they are. It shines out of her, and I think what an incredible inspiration that is in your early 20s to put everyone, large thousands of audience together at ease in about 5 minutes. I've actually never seen anyone connect and develop rapport with a massive audience as quickly as you do. So I take so much inspiration from that. You're very real and raw. And even when we talked about, having you as a guest on this forum and, what did you want to talk about? I just said, you know what? Whatever inspires you that you would love to tell other women around the world to follow their bliss, to have courage, to not hear the no's, to smash through the obstacles. Let's just see where it takes us today. And if I think of a question or we need to interview, we'll do that. But I've already asked some of our participants as we were waiting to get started to put some great questions in the chat box. And if we've got enough time after our half hour, maybe we'll draw out some key ones there. So, Miss Olivia, I'm going to spotlight and pin you. And say
I can see myself now.
It's weird talking to yourself, I know.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Hi.
Go for it, darling.
Yeah, so, hi guys, hope you're all good. For me, I just am so happy. I have woken up this morning and I'm loving life. And I think something that I do myself is as soon as I wake up, I give positive affirmations over my life. So this morning I woke up and I said, I am blessed. I'm going to have an amazing day today. For me, I work for Juice Plus, so I will say my team is going to absolutely smash it. We're going to have the best month ever, finish on a high. So there's loads of little things that I will say over my life each and every day. And I think it's really, really important that, a lot of people say to me, why are you successful? What do you do? And it starts in the mindset. That is literally the most important tip I think I could ever give you. If you don't believe in yourself, then it is never going to happen. I wanted, as Linda said, I wanted to make presidential marketing director in Juice Plus at 20, and no one has ever done this in the world world before, and I think there's about 300,000 of us Juice Plus reps, and no one's ever done it, and I was just the person that said I want to do it and go out and make it happen. So I had to believe in myself first to do it. You know, no one had done it, so no one really believed that anyone could do it. So I think that is so important, that you need to flood yourself each and every day with I will do it and I can do it. And that is something that I have sort of always done, really. And it is hard sometimes. You know, you're talking and you want it to happen, but you sort of hit a block or something in the road, and then you think, oh, that's it, like I'm not doing it anymore, I can't do it. But for me, when I hit that block in the road, then I just tell myself, do you know what? You are going to do it. You're the only person at the end of the day that is stopping yourself. And, you know, if you've got someone that's come along and is making you feel inferior, you have to say, I am the only person that can let anyone make me feel inferior. So you are letting that person make you feel like that. So I think, you know, if someone comes along and they're giving you negativity or anything like that, just block them out. You know, only surround yourself with people that deserve to be around you. You know, people that love you, don't just, you know, people that celebrate you and don't just tolerate you. So I have an awesome pack of amazing, powerful girls, and I surround myself completely with them, and people that just lift you up, people that say to you, you know, you can do this, you will do this. That's what you need to do. So if you're surrounded by people that are telling you you can't do it and you won't do it, I mean, some people, yeah, if it's your family, I would say at the beginning when I started Juice Plus, my parents were very much, you know, they didn't really say too much, but I knew that they were a bit like, oh, and dad was like, is it a pyramid scheme? And mum was a bit like, but is it sustainable? You know, you're actually going to be able to do this forever. And at first she also said about the product, mum was like, I said, so I'm selling this amazing product called Juice Plus. It's shakes and capsules, amazing for health. And mum was just like, the first thing she said was, I'd rather give my money to children in Africa. And then she just walked off when we were on this dog walk. And I was like, oh my gosh. So that's what my mum thought to begin with. And it is hard when your family might not see your vision, but that is when you know, you have to have the vision yourself first, and then other people will follow. So I'd say, you know, having a team, I started as from the very beginning as a dealer, and then I worked my way up to the top to PMD. So we all start as a dealer, and I had the vision first. And if you run with a vision for long enough, and this is, can, you know, be in whatever you do. It doesn't have to be Juice Plus. You know, if you sow the seeds in your life for long enough and consistent enough, eventually you'll have a harvest. So I say to all of my girls, you know, it's not really going to happen straight away. You have to realize, for me, when I went from dealer to NMD in 4 months, and yes, that is super quick, but you know, it didn't just happen. I spent 14 hours a day. I'd be up till 1 o'clock in the morning. You've got to think, you have to sow the seeds continuously, and eventually that is when you're going to smash it. So using affirmations, that was really going to help you build up your confidence. Eventually, the more times you tell yourself, I can, I will do it, you're going to have to do it. So I say that to my girls. A lot of my team sometimes say, do you know what, I can't do it this month. And I say, when I was going for PMD, I didn't hit PMD until the last day of the month, literally the last day. I thought I was going to hit it the day before the last day, and I didn't. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to work down to the T. And imagine if I hadn't worked as hard as I could every single day that month. If I was literally, I think it was about five, or maybe not five, about 20 sales. If I hadn't done every single one of my sales that month, and I was 20 sales short, I wouldn't have made PMD. So you need to be consistent every single day, and that's what makes you successful. So I think that's quite a good thing, to be honest, because a lot of people think that it's just one big massive effort and you're going to completely exhaust yourself, and that's it to get to be successful. But it's not. It's like an athlete, you know, they have to train every single day. Like a farmer, he sows his seeds and then he waters the crop and he plows the crop, doesn't he? He doesn't just sow it and then next day think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a massive harvest, I'm going to have my sweet corn growing out. You know, that's not how it works. So that's how you have to see your life, is that it's all about sowing positivity. And you might have had, you know, a bad past, but you know, what's not, you can start your day whenever. You can start a brand new life literally whenever. That's the best thing about our world, is that you have 24 hours in front of you, and you can just use that fresh. It's just, as humans, we like to hold on to the past, and we like to think, oh well, you know, I had a really bad past, and so I can't do this in the future, no one likes me, blah blah blah. Like, that's what us humans do. But you are the only person that is stopping yourself from succeeding. So I think that is really, really important, that you need to know it's all about you. You need to believe in yourself first, and have that affirmations over your life. Surround yourself with positive people, and just find something that you love. You know, I found Juice Plus, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with helping other people get to their dream bodies. I fell in love with helping my team members. You know, I've got so many girlies that were on benefits beforehand, and now they're earning 3-5k a month just from Juice Plus alone. And that's what I just absolutely love, building up other people. So I'd say maybe every day just have like a little brainstorm. This is what I do. I have a book, which is, I would grab, but it's down there somewhere, and every single day I write down just things that flood into my mind. So something that I might want to improve on. So I might want to improve on help a particular girl this month, so I'll just write down loads of little brainstorm things, and then I'll just pick one that in the day that I really want to focus on. So I think that's something which you could do. So I know a lot of the times we think, oh my gosh, I've got so much to do, and if you write it down and get it out of your head and onto paper, and then you can see the things that you really want to go for each day. So another thing in keeping positive is having a DMO, so a daily method of action, and this doesn't just have to be for Juice Plus, it can be for anything in your life. But for me, I have a DMO each and every day. I think as humans, it's great to sort of tick it off and reward yourself. It's something that you're thinking, right, I'm actually doing something well today. And even if it is, if you struggle getting out of bed in the morning, you're a bit like, oh, I don't know what to do today. Even if it is just simply writing on your DMO, make your bed, and then going from there, it's just you're letting yourself know you're doing little positive affirmations. So work-wise, mine would be something like my DMO would be 1 sale every day, 1 team member every day. I'll post in my support group. I'll check up with my team members, check up that they're working on their goals. I'll post that I'm looking for a new team member. I might add 10 new people on Facebook with mutual friends, so I'm always expanding my network. Having a DMO is super, super important. I say to my girls, you know, if you don't have a list, you're really planning to fail. So make sure that you are planning every single day where you want to go to. Without a list, you've just got a dream. So you need to say, right, what am I going to do today that is going to get me one step closer tomorrow to where I want to be? Yeah, I think that's mainly it, just having a positive attitude. It doesn't come straight away. A lot of people say to me, oh my gosh, you're always so positive, I don't understand, you ever have a bad day? And I'm like, oh my gosh, if you knew, of course I have a bad day. Some days I get up and think, oh, I don't want to do it today because I don't feel very well, or that person's been having a good old bitch about me and I'm just really upset and I want to just hide myself. But you just have to get over it. You know, you can either sit and moan, or you can see someone else who's doing better than you, and you can sit and be like, oh my gosh, you know, she's just really smashing it and I can't smash it. Or you can just say, right, I actually put a post up about this last night. You can look at someone and think, do you know what, if they've done it, then I can do it. See her success as thinking it's possible for me to do it as well. And I always say, you know, what God has planned for someone else isn't what he has planned for you. So don't look at someone and, you know, compare your chapter 1 to their chapter 20. We all have different paths and we all have different timings to succeed in things. You know, I wanted to be PMD in 5 months. If I could have that, if it was my way, I would have had it. When I went from NMD to IMD, so National Marketing Director to International Marketing Director, it took me 9 months. 9 months of me saying every single day, I am International Marketing Director. I am going to hit International Marketing Director this month. And if you think about it, I said that for 9 months and I didn't hit it until 9 months later. So every single day I'd be saying, I'm going to hit it this month, I'm going to do it this month, and I didn't do it. So you just have to say, it's all right that I didn't do it though, because I wasn't ready. I really feel like everyone has a moment in time where it's ready for you to hit it, and I wasn't ready at that time to hit it. When I look back on it, you know, I had a lot of things to grow on. I just personally as well, you know, helping out my team, I had a lot of things to learn as a leader, and if I'd hit IMD and gone to EMD and PMD all in that amount of time, I wouldn't have been the person that I am today. And I'm glad that I hit PMD when I did, because it means that I was ready to hit. I was definitely ready at that point to finally hit it. So I think, yeah, it is hard sometimes. You might be stuck at the same position for however long, but you just need to say, I am going to do it. And if you just keep telling yourself you are going to do it, you will eventually do it. And every small action that you do brings you closer to getting to it. And I think that is just super, super important, that you can, you know, you just give those positive affirmations over your life every single day to say, I am going to do it, and I will going to do it, and I will do it. And it will take time, but you can do it.
Oh, I love that. I love it. You've given so many great points in that, and I'm just furiously writing notes here, because we all go through that time, and it's necessary, right? I call it the contrast. You can't have the sunshine without the rain, and you've got to get that clarity, and you've got to have the challenges to get the resolve. Can you tell us, Olivia, what you're so driven? What's the why? You know, we often talk about, once we know the why, the obstacles disappear. You know, you don't hear the no's, you don't. What's kind of the why that makes you cry? And I know it changes, but what's it been to date? And what could you tell someone who's maybe feeling a little off track or lost? How you anchor that why? You've given us great examples, affirmations, and I am statements, not just airy-fairy stuff, the I am stuff you're embodying. What would you say about that why, that incredible drive for someone so young?
So for me, actually, mine is very different to a lot of people's. A lot of people will say their why could be their children. And when I first started Juice Plus, I was 19, and I am very, very lucky. I've been brought up really well, and I've lived in a really gorgeous home. And at the time, I was actually making really good money doing voiceovers for television adverts. So I didn't really have a why that could be what normal people have, maybe like the children or anything like that. But my why was just that I didn't want people saying that I was living off my parents, or you know, I wanted to be successful in my own right, and that drive was everything to me. I wanted to be the best that I could be, and when I knew that I could make no one had done presidential marketing director at 20, that became my why. Just to be a strong, independent woman, I think it's so great to have that, and that just sets you up for life, really. So my why has always been just to be the best that I can be, and to become the most successful that I could possibly be. So throughout all the hard times, I would just lean on that. You know, I would think, Olivia, you're not going to be the best you know you can be without darkness. And I love this is one where it's like a great quote, how stars don't shine without darkness. So that's what I held on to through the hard times. I didn't see it as a, oh my gosh, why me? I saw it more of a try me. You know, I am going to do this, and no one's going to stop me from doing it. So when challenges come your way, don't see it as, oh my gosh, you know, I can't do it anymore. You need to see it as, you know, this challenge has come to me because I am strong enough to deal with this. And the great thing is that I've had so many challenges along the way. And yes, not every time I saw them as a positive, but I've learned over time to train myself to see it as a positive, because all of those struggles that I dealt with, when my team come to me and say, Olivia, do you know what? I've had the worst day today. My best friend's been backstabbing me about this and that. I can say, do you know what? I know how you feel. I had that exact same thing. And if that hadn't happened to me, I wouldn't be able to empathize with my team members. So I think it's really important that you see the struggles as part of your testimony in the future. So the tests will become your testimony only if you keep pushing on. And I just think, you know, you can either let it get to you and completely pull you down and ruin you, or you can say, right, I've got this problem. Yeah. How can I fix this? What is the solution that can help me fix it, and move on from there? You can either let it completely destroy you, and then who's better off? Absolutely no one. You're just going to sit and not have your dream life, and then you're going to be upset you don't have your dream life. Or you can just say, do you know what? This has come to me. It is a problem, yes, and you know, it's something that I might not have dealt with before, but it's a challenge, and I am going to overcome this challenge. So that is really how I look at things. But it is very, very, very important to have your why. If you don't have a strong enough why, then you're not really going to go very far forward. So have a vision board. On my wallpaper, I have a vision board that I look at every single day. So it's, I really want to be able to afford my own house, and I want to put down a massive mortgage, a massive down payment, and then have my own dream property. And my why has very, very much been just being an independent woman and showing girls that you don't need to really lean on a man to have whatever you want. Just lean on yourself, because you can have all your dreams and desires if you just push through your barriers. So that's always been my why. Say those are my top tips really as well to help other people get through their whys, is just have it as a wallpaper, and just recondition your mind each time, you know, when you hit a block in the road, what you've got to say, why am I doing this? You know, I'm doing it for my children so they have a better life. That is what you have to consistently ask yourself so that you keep pushing forwards.
Oh, I love that. I've got goosebumps listening to that, because often when we can surround ourselves with women who are real and vulnerable, and we can share, one of my favorite words is called blessings. It's the blessings and the lessons. And if you can reframe what feels like the challenge, what feels like the why me, try me, I love that. That is so powerful. Yeah. And just knowing that, you know, Jeff Roberti teaches us, you know, do you want the $5 million in this one suitcase, or do you want the skills, the leadership skills, you know, the personal development, the growth in this suitcase? You know, and we're tempted to say, I want the 5 million cash, but the reality is, you know, net worth is self-worth. You've got to grow that as you grow yourself. So, and we know that with Tats Lotto winners, right? You get all of this money and too much too quickly, and you can't hold on to it because you haven't grown into that. That self-worth is so important. So tell us, Olivia, you've got an incredible mindset, and you're highly aware of how cultivating that every single day, protecting it. You know, we're growing flowers or weeds, and I can hear so many different, you know, incredible beliefs that you have really, really grown for yourself, and that you're clearly teaching others. What would you recommend as a starting point? Let's just say someone's brand new to our community. Maybe they're brand new to Juice Plus. Maybe they've never kind of had so many people believe in them before. Even before they show up, we love them and believe in them. It can be a bit confronting sometimes, right? It's like, is this a cult? Is this the happy class? Yeah. You know, what is this? What do you think is a really great starting point for someone just starting out on the importance? Because I completely agree that this is a business of personal development. Life is. You know, we're growing or we're dying, and you're growing at such a rapid rate. What are some of your favorite resources? Do you read books, or, you know, is your car your university? What kind of tools to set up to win can we do? You've mentioned a vision board, which is awesome. You've mentioned the affirmations, the I am statements every single day, even though it didn't happen on the exact date. You didn't stop. What other things could we kind of write down and get to work on?
So when I have a new team member, the first thing that I do is send them a welcome pack. So I think it's important that you know, if you want a good team, that you've given them the foundation for them to have that, you know, to be successful. You've already given them that firm foundation. So as soon as someone signs up, I give them a welcome pack, which I've made. It's got everything basically in it for someone to start, how to put orders through NSA Online, you know, lots of different things like, yeah, just loads of things. Mine's gone blank, but it's just basically got everything that someone needs to start up. You know, what they could write for their first status, loads of pictures that they can use. So I think it's important that when you're getting someone started, that it can be quite overwhelming, all the information. So if you've got it in a little pack that's quite all compact and put together, then I feel like they're already going to think, okay, right, I've got step-by-step things of what I can do to get going. I've got my notes already, so if someone asks me about the product, I'm already aware of it. I think that's really how I would say is a key to success, already giving them things where they can start off to smash it. So got the welcome pack. I've got my group chat, so as soon as someone joins my team, I welcome them into the Princess and Prince team. So I'll say, welcome to my gorgeous new girlie, you're going to smash it. So as soon as they've joined, I've already given them, you know, letting them know that I think they're going to be good. I think it's really important. A lot of people join and they think, oh, I'm not going to be good. So you need to show someone that you believe in them first, and eventually it will come over to them. You know, I feel like it's not natural for us humans to believe in ourselves generally. So if you say, welcome to my gorgeous girl, I believe that you're going to smash it, then you've already given this girl or boy the new belief from the very, very onset that they can do it. So have your group chats as well. I've got Facebook chats, so I don't just welcome them to my massive group, because there's about, don't know, like 1,500 people in my team page now, so it's quite overwhelming. So I actually have lots of little small groups as well. So say for my direct downlines, I welcome them into there. There's loads of little things that you can do. So I think it's important that you have these little group chats, because people get to know everyone, and then they don't see it as just as a massive thing, and then they think, oh my gosh, it's too big and I don't like it. And if you give them a few friends that maybe they can connect with, if you think they'll really get on with someone, be like, oh hey, I've got this girl, she's also a young mum, she used to be on benefits, and I think you guys would really hit it off. It's like, get them connected, because I'm 21, I've not been on benefits before, I don't have children, so I do have the skill sets that I can show my new girl, but one of my team members has the skill sets about, you know, the life experience with being on benefits and having children that I personally don't have. So, you know, don't just think I have it all, because I don't have it all. A lot of people give different things, so connect them to people that they can relate to. So I think that is really important, you know, getting someone going. But if you don't have a team as such, then, you know, you're just starting off, then why don't you ask your upline, or keep going up and up and up until they find someone that they can connect with, you know, because you might have just started, so you might not have your own team, but there is always someone in the business that is happy to help you and get started. So I think that's probably, I hope I've answered your question there.
No, it's perfect. It's exactly what I meant. And what you're saying is so true, because I found it very unusual in this business, is it's to lean into support. And in fact, Danny Martin, you know, and another incredible mentor of ours, who kind of set up Australia really many years ago, he says that if you ask for help kind of in the real world, where you have a job all the time, you're kind of a pest or a nuisance or a failure. And in our business, if you don't ask for help all of the time, you probably will be a failure. And I thought that was really something that we don't often talk about, but it's something in my experience is so true, because we attract a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of, you know, strong-willed, strong-minded people, and we know we need a niche, you know, we need to be an expert, we need to stand out, where really the magic in our business is to success leaves clues, trust those that have gone before you, lean into the resources and success that's already around you. So, you know, just really following the clues. And I've had exactly the same experience in my 6 years of Juice Plus. Everyone I've ever asked to be on a call, or what do you do for this or that, I've never gotten to know. It's quite amazing. It's something so extraordinary about our global community. So And, you know, Katie said the same thing. Lean into, you need to be talking with your uplines all of the time. And in fact, we love it because it means that the Juice Plus hat is on. You know, we're building business together, which is really exciting. What would you say then, just with the final few minutes? And guys, just write in the chat if you had a burning question. Olivia's already covered a lot of our original questions, but if you've got any more, we have her for a precious few more minutes. Tell me, with your vision right now, because we're always setting the bar, we're always coming up with the new goal and, you know, a new team goal. And as we grow, you know, that develops and our why develops. What's your new goal right now, and what kind of things do you put into place, you know, to kind of set the new bar, raise the new standard?
So I have a new goal, which is Club 200. It wasn't actually, the goal wasn't actually there. There isn't actually a thing as Club 200. So I made it my mission to make Club 200 happen. Yeah. And I said to Simon, I was like, Simon, who's the kind of the main guy in the corporate in the UK, and I said to Simon, I was like, look, Simon, I have to have a goal. I was like, if I don't have a goal, then I'm not going anywhere. So I was like, yeah, I need a new goal. And I said, and the goal that I would like, Simon, is Club 200. And he was like, oh, I don't know, like the other, like outside of the UK, they're not really for it. And I was like, I know, Simon, but I need to have this goal. So he came back to me, and we now are getting Club 200, 300, 400 and 500 in the UK. Yeah, which is so good, because I was like, I need a goal, Simon, otherwise I'm just going to disappear and that'll be it.
We are too. We're going to make our own little plaques and trophies and walls.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's really important. Yeah, it's really good. So my new goal is Club 200. And so I'm really, really working on that. And, you know, like you said, I think it's important to always have a goal and have a long-term goal. But at the same time, have a short-term goal of, so know where you're always going, but at the same time, have your short-term goal is how you're going to get there each and every day. So I'm really just doing the same thing as what I did to get to Club 100, because I'm just going to duplicate it to get to Club 200, and just, you know, got to teach your team what you did, and then get them to teach their team, and that's really how it is. So if you just keep being consistent, you know, like I said, you know, add 10 people on Facebook each day, go on Instagram, post on there, hashtag, get people following you. I mean, that is very, very important. You can't just expect people to come to you. You know, when I first started, no one came to me. I was 19 and my friends were like, Juice Plus, I don't think so. So I had to go and find the network. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have a network. Well, go and find it. That's what it's all about. You can't just say I don't have it. It's like you've got to go and look for it. So I went and looked for it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, literally everywhere and anywhere. Write down a list of 100 people. If you think someone's good for the product, then why don't you just say, don't even say anything about the product, just say, oh, hey, I haven't spoken to you in a while, would you like to meet up for coffee? And then eventually they'll say to you at coffee, oh, so what are you doing? And you can say, well, oh my gosh, I'm just started this new company called Juice Plus, and I'm on the capsules and they are absolutely incredible. You know, my hair's never been better. It's sort of little things like that. You've got to go out and make it happen. It's not just going to come to you, and if you think it is, you're just going to sit and do absolutely nothing. You know, it's a numbers game, network marketing. So the more people that you come in contact with, the better it will be for you. So I think that's how I'm gonna get to Club 200 again, just repeat the things that I'm doing. You know, I've got so many friends actually who in the first place never bought from me, and I'm still waiting for them to buy. So I've got about probably 200 people that I know myself that still haven't bought from me. So it's all of those little things. You know, the best team members and clients are literally right underneath your nose. You know, my best team members were my clients. So look after your clients. You know, don't just sign them up and then think, oh my gosh, where's my next client? Like I got to find another one. It's like, well, you know, look after this client and then they can become a team member potentially, and then they could bring in 50 people. You know, I had one girl, she's amazing. She came in 1 month and brought in 60 new clients in that month alone, and she was a client. She was a client first of all. So it's like, don't just disregard your clients. Make sure you're really giving them everything possible, because they deserve that at the end of the day as well. You know, we're not just a money making people. You know, what I love about Juice Plus is that we do really care about other people. You know, we sell an absolutely insane product. It's the best of the best. It really is out there. So you need to make sure that you are portraying that and showing how amazing Juice Plus is to your clients as well. So I think that is absolutely the most important thing, that you are looking after your clients first and foremost, and eventually that it will come back to you positivity as well. You know, they might become a team member, or they might also refer you to someone else, and that person could become a team member. So that's all that it is about, using what you have in front of you and giving it 110%, because you'll find that when you give it 110%, you're going the extra mile, and that's where the real diamonds is, because not many people go the extra mile. The competition dramatically drops when you go the extra mile. So make sure that you are the person that's giving it the best that you can, and it will come back to you eventually.
That's such great advice, the extra mile. I love that. I've heard you say that somewhere before, and have really remembered that. The other thing that I've heard you say is the Rolls Royce versus, I don't know what cheap car you, what can you
yeah, the Toyota.
I love you talking about that.
Yeah, I can't remember actually exactly how it is, but it's basically just saying like a Rolls Royce takes about 6 months to make, and a Toyota takes about 3 weeks, and it's kind of like, what would you rather be? I think I'd definitely rather be the Rolls Royce, of course, rather than the Toyota. So it's all about that. You know, the best things take time. They really, really do. So if you want to be PMD, it's the best thing in the world, or if it's NMD, whatever it is, it's going to take time. It isn't just going to happen. So make sure that that is in your mind when the tough times come, and just think, okay, yeah, it is going to take time, but I'm going to be a Rolls Royce. I'm not going to be a Toyota. And another thing I think is really good. It's like, say you're driving along, and then one of your tires pops. It's like, yeah, so one tire has popped. You're not just going to go around and slash the other three and think, oh, that's it, I'm going to slash the other three now. Like, I can't be bothered. It's like, you wouldn't do that, would you? Just if you've had one downfall, you know, fix the tire. Don't just go and then, you know, go and slash everything else. It's like you've made a mistake, or something's come along. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Find out how you can fix it and make it your mission to fix it, and then you'll keep moving forwards.
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. And look, we've got 3 more minutes that I could steal you from. In the chat, we had someone ask Olivia, do you have any advice for us on networking on Instagram? I'm so behind. I'm only just getting on Instagram now. I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, do you know what?
About that?
I would say I'm not actually an Instagram queen, if I'm really honest. I do love a bit of Twitter, but it's the same rules that apply, really. I'd just say on Instagram, you need to be making it really colourful. I love, this is what I say to my team all the time. Don't just post Juice Plus. It is so annoying. If you know anyone that literally continually posts Juice Plus on their wall, you're like, oh my gosh, and they'll unfollow you and get bored. So make sure that on Instagram, literally Facebook, it can apply to all social media platforms, that you are being creative. So I would say Instagram's a little bit different, but for Facebook, for example, do 2 Juice Plus posts. One could be about your shakes and capsules you're having today, and then also could be about client results, and make sure that after that you've definitely got something in personal, maybe a funny quote or something inspiring, or maybe you've gone shopping, something like that, because it gets really boring if you just see the same old Juice Plus. So it does the same for Instagram. Make sure that you're not just posting about Juice Plus, you know, do interesting quotes and things like that, because that's what's going to get people following you. People love for you to tell them you can do it, you are going to do it. So if you're popping up inspiring quotes, you're going to have people that are following you. So then when you are posting about Juice Plus, they're not going to be annoyed, because you're adding value to their life. So make sure that on whatever platform you're using, you are not just posting about Juice Plus, but you're adding something a little extra that they wouldn't have had if you weren't in their life. So I think that is really important to do that as well.
Yes, and there's apps that if you don't know inspirational things, like follow inspirational people, but there's apps like Word Swag. There's all these, you know,
isn't there?
Yeah, there's so many, and it add value is kind of the rule that that I'm learning. So any other questions, guys? I'm going to go one more. We've got 1 more minute. I want to be a Rolls Royce. There we go. We all
Love
You're
it.
waking up
Hello.
the Rolls Royce in all of us. None of us want to settle. We all want to be Rolls Royce, and we want the Rolls Royce life. And it does take time, because I think I've got so many notes, so I'm not even going to try and summarize. But my big takeouts is, honestly, I really, really feel that you develop your mindset every single day. It's a work in progress, and consistency is the key, right? It's no use working on yourself one day a week. It's a 5 or 10 minute job every day is what's going to get that Rolls Royce over time. So I just can't even thank you enough. Everyone's buzzing. There's 130 gorgeous heart-driven souls on here live with us, and I know there'll be just as many watching the recording. So I'm so grateful for your time, and you're a bubble of energy and radiating. I told you, everyone, if you haven't seen Olivia talk live, it's like, my God, this girl. I can't thank you enough, gorgeous. And if anyone in Australia or anyone on here, we can return the favour, for anyone in your life and your team, we'd be so, so honoured. So thank you. Everyone, blow Olivia. If she can't see it, but she'll see it on the playback. Blow her a big kiss, and thank you so much. I'm so grateful, gorgeous. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thanks for having me as well, and have a fab day, everyone. Bye.
Bye.